Hey everyone, welcome back to Daily Downshift. I'm your host Nestor, and today, unfortunately, we're going to be talking about some flaws with my Corvette C8. Now, I don't mean to bash this car because I've had so much fun with it. It's been an amazing vehicle. It's really fun, obviously, with all the horsepower, and the value is obviously there. But today we're going to talk about, most importantly, some misaligned panels that I've noticed on my car, as well as some cosmetic imperfections with the interior. So before we do that, guys, make sure to drop a like on the video if you enjoy this type of content, and subscribe because we're going to be posting lots of mods and all sorts of reviews of this vehicle. So let's go on over and go to the front fender here on the passenger side, and this is something that I personally did not notice at first. We were in a parking lot taking some photos, and a car enthusiast came up to us in a Dodge Durango SRT, and first thing he noticed, yo, your panel's misaligned. So let's take a look at that. This is the panel actually here, and once he mentioned it, it's been a complete eyesore, and it really bothers me. So this is not sitting flush whatsoever. This panel is actually sticking out, and if you could see it, it pushes in, so it's not sitting flush there whatsoever. And when we move down the line, this wheel arch right here does not match. It's not linear. And then when we go to the bottom here, there's a bump. It's just not sitting well whatsoever. It's wrong. It just doesn't look good. On top of that, if we move up to the actual headlight here, it's also not sitting right. I don't know if it's because of this panel that it's not sitting right, or if it was installed incorrectly, but it's sticking out at the end here. There's a big gap over here. And when we look at the front, it's actually pushed a little bit too far forward. So it's very strange. The whole headlight is just a bit off, especially when we compare it to the other side. So let's go do that right now, because if I show you guys this side, you're going to notice that that side looks very wrong. So starting with the fender once again here, this panel, everything's sitting nice and flush here. When we go down, the line's nice and perfect, and down here too, it's just a perfect line. So that just goes to show you that the other panel was very off. And then same thing with the headlight here, it's a lot more even. It's sitting nice and flush, nothing sticking out, and there's no gap here whatsoever. And when we look at the bottom of the headlight, same thing, there's no big gap. It's sitting nice and flush. So I don't know if it was a different person who produced that side of the vehicle compared to this one, but something happened during the assembly, and hopefully it can get fixed when I go take this car in for my 500-mile oil change, because it's bothering me quite a bit. Now, the last misaligned panel is on the backhand side. Let's go take a look at it. It's actually on the trunk or the hood, whatever you want to call it, now that the engine's in the backhand side, but this is the side that's kind of a little bit off. So there's a pretty big gap here where I can almost fit like half a nail inside of, and I'm not too sure why this side has a bigger gap than this side, but if you can tell here, it's a much smaller gap compared to that side. So let's go on over to the passenger side, and I want to show you guys some of the cosmetic imperfections. So starting off with the seatbelt, we noticed this on our drive home when we picked this vehicle up. There's a black mark on my orange seatbelt. Now, it's healed itself a little bit. Before, it looked like it was kind of ripped, as well as it looked like it was almost dented, but now it's just a black mark, and it seems like the dent and scratch has gone away. Okay, so that is the seatbelt imperfection. Again, I don't want to make a big deal out of that, because honestly, we might be able to just wash it out if we get a scrubber and some soap or something, so not a big deal there. But this is the most baffling thing on the entire vehicle. While we were driving home and we made our pickup video, we put a GoPro in the middle of the windshield, and somebody in our video noticed that we have a massive X scratched or etched into the back of our center console screen. I don't know how it happened, but on the back of the plastic there is a massive, and it's pretty deep. It's a deep scratch. So don't know how that happened. I wish it wasn't there. I'm gonna take that as well back into my dealership, and maybe they can either, I don't know, paint it or replace the plastic, because that also is an eyesore that came directly from either the plant or the dealership. So those are kind of the things I wanted to mention, guys. Again, don't want to bash this vehicle too hard. This isn't a video where, you know, I'm just being negative towards the vehicle. I absolutely love it. There's little to no issues with this vehicle. It's just these small misaligned panels, as well as these little imperfections. I kind of just wanted to bring this to your attention just in case you guys may have a C8. Double check your panels and see if any of them are also misaligned, because I'm just curious to see if this this is a one-off issue or if this is something that's affecting more vehicles than just my own. So that's really going to do it for the video though, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's content, again, drop a like and make sure to subscribe for more daily Corvette stuff. We have mods coming, we have tons of reviews and a lot of good stuff, so make sure to be a part of the family by subscribing, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.